Hello everyone. I am back to physically embarrass myself again by showing my face on camera, even though my hair is an absolute mess because I haven't bothered to stylize it yet. I know that it's been like 2 months since the face reveal and I still haven't stylized it. I know that's kind of crazy, but like honestly I don't care. I'll style it whenever I want to be honest. So I just came back from watching Jurassic World Rebirth, and was it a good movie? It was okay. I actually think this movie was quite good. I actually had a lot of fun. Like in my Jurassic World ranking tier list, or just list in general, my Jurassic World movie ranking, it's like directly in the middle. Out of all 7 movies, it's like I'd say my 4th favorite. It was actually quite good. I think it was a pretty good movie, and a lot of scenes were a lot of fun. And believe it or not, I am going to be criticizing a lot of stuff in this video. I have a lot to say. I probably have more stuff I don't like about this movie than Dominion. Don't get me wrong, I still like this film more than I like Dominion. But like, I mean, when it comes to like complaints, I feel like I have more to complain about this movie than I do Dominion. But yeah, let's just get this review over with and start talking about this incredibly mixed movie. Starting with the opening scene. I'm just going to say this now, in case I forget to while doing the editing for this video, which I doubt. But this is a spoiler review, so if you haven't seen the movie yet, I don't recommend watching this video. So the opening scene of this film is by far the funniest opening scene to a movie ever. And I honestly wouldn't say that I would not. That's honestly not in a good way either. So the opening scene starts off how I'd expect it to, all perfectly fine. To be fair, I did forget to mention I was quite excited for this opening scene because, like, I don't know, it was just really something I was looking forward to because, like, it looks so cool in the trailers. But when the actual film came out, it was very rushed. But that's not my only problem. I could you not. The only reason, like, the reason all the shenanigans in this film happened in the first place is because of a Snickers bar. It's actually so funny. I might cry while filming this video. It's genuinely hilarious. A guy is eating a Snickers bar in the lab, and, like, you get a cool look at the lab. There's these dinosaurs with 2 heads, and then there's just a guy eating a Snickers bar. And why? Like, all the people in the lab just don't feel very intelligent. Like, you shouldn't be allowed to eat food inside a lab. Like, for example, if you're in school, you're not going to be allowed to eat food in the science classroom, aren't you? This guy, bro, I actually felt bad for this guy when I saw him get eaten by the T-Rex in the trailers. And now that I'm looking at the film, I'm like, well, it's kind of his fault. Because he for some reason just threw a Snickers wrapper into, like, I don't know what to call it, like a machine thing. And then everything goes horribly wrong, and then the T-Rex escapes, and then everyone else and then everyone is fine except for him. Well, you know, what did he expect? And then he starts begging to open the door, and I'm like, buddy, what did you expect? Of course you're gonna. And then here's a bit of an unfortunate thing. It just shows them getting out of the door. So this scene is very similar to a scene in Godzilla 2014 and a scene in Rogue One, a Star Wars story. But there is a difference. Godzilla 2014, there is a scene very similar to the opening of Jurassic World Rebirth, where the dad of the main character's wife gets stuck in a room that she's basically going to die in. It's an emotional scene, and the acting is absolutely spot on. In Rogue One, a Star Wars story, it's just really insane looking at Darth Vader attacking everyone inside the room. And then in Jurassic World Rebirth, it's kind of just really rushed. It's not even because of the fact it was such a stupid cause. I just think it was kind of rushed. Like, the T-Rex appears almost instantly. It feels like there's no suspense. And then he's the kindest dinosaur ever. He cleans the window of the door with the human. It's really funny. But regardless, though, it's cool to look at him, and then he just walks away, and then we cut to the opening. That all happened in about the span of a minute. That's what it feels like anyway. Now, while that scene may have felt super quick, the other scenes take their time, let's just say that. We cut to a scene where we get a returned character from Jurassic World Dominion, the Apatosaurus, blocking a road. Which is cool. the scenes, like, if you've ever seen King Kong 2005, it takes them an hour to get to Skull Island, but the only reason that's forgivable is because it's a 3-hour movie, so there's still plenty of time to, like, be at Skull Island. Well, we see the Apatosaurus scene, then we see a scene in a museum. I'm not going to bother saying all the characters' names, by the way, because I'm going to be honest, I kind of forgot them. Ooh. Yeah, I forgot all the characters' names aside Sora, Bennett, Duncan. Yeah, that's it. We meet a guy who used to work with Alan Grant, and I'm going to admit, I actually kind of liked them. They were actually a very cool character. And yeah, unfortunately, Rexy's dead. So in the museum, we cut to a scene of a giant T-Rex skeleton in the middle, and it literally has the "When Dinosaurs Ruled the Earth" sign at the top. That's clearly a tribute to Rexy, because that was her most iconic moment. It makes sense, because she was an incredibly old T-Rex. So yeah, rest in peace, Rexy. Yeah, it's actually kind of sad. So I guess we're not going to be seeing her again. And then we head to the island. That went kind of quickly. Nice. We're on the boat. I'm going to rewind a bit far forward now. We cut to a family. The final few characters introduced to the movie. Getting ambushed by a Mosasaurus. The Mosasaurus' design looks really cool in this movie. I'm just going to say that. And luckily, don't worry, all the characters survive. Well, at least the family does, because plot armor. But don't worry, it's not like the Snickers bar scene at all. Don't worry. It's like even though the Snickers bar was a scene where someone died, the scene with the boat, not like everyone survives, but at least feels like more real and, you know, makes more sense. Yeah, we cut a bit further forward. The family runs into the big boat with Zora Bennett on. And this is one of my favourite scenes in the film. We run into the Mosasaurus, who is incredibly cool. He's just smashing them into corners and trying to attack the boat. And, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, the Mosasaurus, Titanosaurus, and Pteranodon are the 3 main reasons they're going to the island, because they're collecting, like, samples from them. So I just thought I'd say that. So I will admit, the scene with them on the boat is incredibly slow-paced. I wish it was just a tiny bit quicker. But I will say I'm perfectly fine with how slow it was with the Mosasaurus and Spinosaurus scene, because that was incredibly cool. Seeing them both hunt together. The Spinosaurus making its grand return, while not the same one, has the exact same roar. It like the exact same roar as the one from Jurassic Park 3. I respect that. Obviously, it's not as good as the one from Jurassic Park 3, but hey, I gotta respect them for returning the Spinosaurus. I like the accurate design, and fun fact if you are new to my channel, the Spinosaurus is my favourite dinosaur ever. I absolutely love Spinosaurus, so it's good to see them. They land to shore, we lose a couple of characters, yeah, okay. And then we come back to the family, and then we move on to the scene that I absolutely hate. This is the only scene I hate. So, do you remember in Jurassic Park 3 when the T-Rex fans were so sad after the T-Rex got fought in time because the Spinosaurus killed it? Well, let's do the exact same thing to raptors, shall we? The raptors have a cool introduction there, hunting down someone who's just, let's just say, minding their own business. Yeah, Mutadon comes out of nowhere, drags them away, and they don't come back for the rest of the film. Don't get me wrong, the Mutadons are cool and all, but like, I'm gonna be honest, Jurassic Park 1 and Jurassic Park The Lost World, the raptor scenes are the biggest highlights for me. Actually, no, for Jurassic Park 1 it was probably the T-Rex, but the raptor's still up there. Yeah. The raptor scenes are so cool to make in those movies, because like, you can make them take place inside and on grass, since they're such small but crazy dinosaurs, you can make them basically attack you anywhere. You can do so much with raptors. You can give them designs. I was so hyped to see them. They even mentioned raptors in the trailer, and I hope there's more raptors in the extended version. Because I did forget to say, half of the stuff in the trailer was not in the movie, which I kind of saw coming, to be honest. The shot of the D-Rex in full, in like the red smoke when the guy's about to die in trailer 1, is not in the movie. The scene of the T-Rex roaring from the bush is not in the movie. Yeah, they cut out a lot of stuff. But oh well. Yeah, rest in peace to the raptors, though. I hated that scene a lot. Like, don't get me wrong, it was a cool... See, like, I don't mind the raptors dying to the Mutadon. Just give them a scene. Like, a big scene that lasts at least 2 minutes. Oh yeah, that's another big issue I have with this film. Dinosaur scenes, aside from the Spinosaurus and Mosasaurus, are a bit too short. We'll get to that in a minute, though. We cut to the Titanosaurus scene. Nothing really much happens in this scene. A bit like Jurassic Park 1. So, remember in Jurassic Park 1, that really cool Brachiosaurus scene? Yeah, we have a very similar scene here. We're just looking at the Titanosauruses, collecting their samples. And yeah, that's all the scene. It's kind of just a beautiful scene. Nothing actually happens, so I don't have anything to really say about it, except for the fact that he kind of just appeared out of nowhere in the bushes. How that happened, I do not know. And there was... I kind of was hoping that was going to pull a Kong 2005 move again. So do you remember the Apatosaurus chase scene from the 2005 film? Yeah, I kind of wish something similar happened here with the Stultus Rex. Also, another quick thing I wanted to mention. I think, and this is something a lot of people in the community have been calling it as well, I think that the Stultus Rex should have been called the Deformus Rex. I'm just going to point that out there. But, like, we'll get to the D-Rex later, because it's kind of a mixed bag. But I was really hoping in this scene the D-Rex would have an attack on the sauropods to show how strong the D-Rex truly is. Like, drag one down. I saw a really cool fan art once of a D-Rex poking out of a bush with a little glare. And I kind of wish that was like kind of just poking out and looking at the Titanosaurs and having the Titanosaurs get scared off. Or have it be raptors. There's literally no raptors in the movie. If I was a part of the film, I would have said, hey, can we have a scene where the Titanosauruses get scared by raptors? Like, just some sort of raptor scene. Don't forget, it's long grass. The scene in The Lost World, the raptors attack in long grass. There's the Titanosaurus scene as long grass as well. Why can't we have it there? I don't know. So yeah, that's that scene. Then we cut to one of the scenes I was looking forward to most in this movie. The T-Rex. Now, to my biggest disappointment, this is the only scene the T-Rex has in the entire movie. I was hoping that the T-Rex would at least get 2-3 scenes. But no, it's the only scene, and unfortunately, I'm pretty sure until this movie, the T-Rex that had the shortest amount of screen time, not including Prologue Rex and Bull T-Rex, was Doe. I'm pretty sure they only had 2 minutes. Well, no, not anymore. This new Jurassic World Rebirth T-Rex that some people call Stripey, some people call Tiger, some people call Goliath, only has a minute, I think, and then they don't return for the rest of the movie. So don't get me wrong, the one scene they have is super cool. I like it. Dilophosaurus gets a cameo. Dolores is being Dolores. The T-Rex wakes up, vanishes after the raft goes like bloop. We get a cool scene of it acting like an animal, which I really like, and some really sick shots that actually make it look ginormous. And now I get why people have been saying it's bigger than Rexy from the previous film, because I'm gonna be honest, I would have thought that too. It looks huge. They really managed to make the scale of the T-Rex look really good, because it genuinely looks really big. And then it goes swimming. Yeah, T-Rexes can swim. Because there was one point where I thought Spinosauruses could swim, but T-Rexes were bad at swimming. Prehistoric Planet taught me that T-Rexes were good at swimming. Anyway, yeah, this entire scene is just really suspenseful and good. I just wish it was a bit longer. And I wish the trailer didn't ruin the entire thing. Fun fact, with the trailer, I think you can get all of the screen time the T-Rex had in the film, aside from the scene where it goes to drink the water. So that's a bit disappointing. And the T-Rex walks off once the family gets through, I don't know what to call it, stones. I don't know what to call it, okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I really wish it lasted a bit longer. I respect it for being a recreation of the novel, it's a pretty decent one. I really just wish the T-Rex had a bit more. I also remember listening to some theories that there'd be 2 T-Rexes. I really wish that was the case, to be honest. That would have been kind of cool. I wish that the T-Rex kind of followed them for a bit. Like, actually stalked them. Because the T-Rex was honestly the most interesting thing about the family scenes. By far. But yeah, T-Rex walks off. Doesn't return for the rest of the film. Honestly a shame. Honestly very disappointing. And then there's also the Quetzalcoatlus scene. Don't get me wrong, it was a cool scene, but I'm gonna be honest, I have nothing to say about it, so we're gonna skip that. Because to be honest, it's a good scene. That's all I have to say. Good. I have no complaints. It's a good scene. Now, let's forward to the final scene of the film with the D-Rex. It was okay. So, this final scene, one side I really like it, and the other I kind of don't. It starts off strong. The Mutadons attacking was so cool. I really like the design of the Mutadons. They actually look really cool. And then, out of nowhere, the D-Rex appears. Before we get to the D-Rex actually attacking them, we get some really cool shots of it that make it look humongous, and I absolutely love it. The D-Rex looks super cool. And yeah, that's what I really have to say for the most part. The D-Rex is just cool for most of it. When I do have something to say is when Duncan lifts the light. The D-Rex follows him. Don't get me wrong, Duncan is my favourite character in the movie. But believe it or not, he survived. He managed to find a way back to the group and he survived the D-Rex attack. As much as I like him, I kind of wish he had an off-screen death. Because that would have been such a cool sacrifice, and it would have had so many cool final shots. And get prepared for the most anticlimactic ending, in my personal opinion. The D-Rex follows them for a bit longer, the group. They get in the boat. And don't get me wrong, the D-Rex has been super cool during this entire scene. Speaking, he didn't get much screen time at all. Fun fact, I'm pretty sure he got less screen time than the Spinosaurus, which only got 3 minutes. Even the Giganotosaurus got decent screen time of 6 minutes. The D-Rex, it was really disappointing. One of my biggest gripes of this movie was his screen time. He was barely in the film. He appeared at the start for 10 seconds in that Snickers bar scene, and then he's not back till the end of the film. Do you not remember the Indominus Rex? She appeared so much. She was the majority of the movie. The D-Rex has 2 minutes of screen time in total, which is such a shame because it's such a cool dinosaur with a beautiful design and very threatening. I wish we saw it attacking other dinosaurs. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the Ankylosaurus makes a cameo when the villain's trying to drive in the car, but we're not going to talk about the villain because I do not really care about him. Yeah, the D-Rex, anyways, back to what I was saying. The D-Rex is chasing them, and then the most anticlimactic ending ever happens. I get that the D-Rex has bad eyesight, so it can't chase them underwater, but they leave in the boat, and the D-Rex walks off. Now, the D-Rex, good for him. It's been since the Spinosaurus, since an antagonist of a movie has survived, because now I feel like the D-Rex will return, because he did survive. By the end of the movie, he was still alive. So all the T-Rexes and the Spinos still have to deal with a D-Rex existing on the island. But the reason that's a bit harsh. The reason I didn't like this was because it was just anticlimactic. Even Dominion had a pretty cool ending with the T-Rex and Therizinosaurus teaming up. Don't get me wrong, that was stupid. And I wish after the Giganotosaurus was taken down, they both fought each other. But it was still a cool little end shot. The D-Rex, he takes one step into the water to chase them in the boat, and he's like, oh no, I don't want to do this anymore, let's get out of here. And it was kind of a shame, because what I wish I'm going to respect this film. It was not afraid to be different. It was not afraid to be different, and it didn't really care what the audience thought. I bet a lot of specific audience people sent so much hate after there was not a final fight scene in this film. Because, fun fact, there was not a final fight scene in this film. The Giganotosaurus, Indoraptor, and Indominus, they all had final fight scenes. D-Rex did not. Its final fight scene was fully based off of how cool it was as a dinosaur itself, not another dinosaur trying to fight it and be a hero. One side, I appreciate this because it's trying to be different and it's a different type of ending. Another side, though, my brain kind of just really wishes we got something like that. It's really cheesy. Because at this rate, we don't really care what happens to the franchise anymore. It's gone so bonkers. So I can't make my mind up. But don't worry, I was thinking about a movie that would be really respectable if there was not a final fight scene for once. But here's the thing. I would have been perfectly fine with there not being one. But it's the D-Rex we're talking here. The D-Rex is such a cool xenomorph-looking monster. generally so cool. Such a powerful creature to look at. It could have such a cool final fight with a T-Rex or a Spinosaurus, but we don't get that. I was kind of hoping that the Spinosaurus would be the one fighting it in the finale for a change. Just like for fun. Especially because they leave in the boat. They may have been forced to turn back because the Spinosaurus was coming. And then we got a cool final fight. Sure, the Spinosaurus probably would have got folded. But hey, plot armor exists. Maybe the Rex could have came in. I don't know. Yeah, I wish something a bit more happened with the final fight. And the film ends with them looking at dolphins. Because, yes, one of the characters likes dolphins. Yeah, it's a very calm ending. I like the little sunrise end shot. But I can't help honestly say I preferred the ending Dominion and Fallen Kingdom portrayed with the dinosaurs roaming around the Earth. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying those movies are great. Rebirth was actually better than those two, I think. The other two were kind of disappointing. I just think Fallen Kingdom is boring, and Dominion, it has amazing scenes like Therizinosaurus and Triceratops, but when we're focusing on locusts and people, it's not good. So yeah, Rebirth as a whole, I had a lot to say about this. On the way home, I was considering what I wanted to say about this film, and I'm concerned that I haven't said everything. I had so much to say about this movie. It has a lot of scenes I don't like. I made a community post. I may have mentioned a few stuff I wasn't too keen on there. But yeah, I guess that's all I really have to say. My overall list for the movies, Jurassic Park in first place, not even kidding, Jurassic Park 3 in second place, Spinosaurus bias. I guess that's just how it is. Third, probably Jurassic World. Rebirth is in fourth. It was definitely better than Dominion and Fallen Kingdom, but it's not on the same heights as Jurassic World, I don't think. Good movie, though. Fifth place, Dominion. Don't want hate comments. I like this more than The Lost World just because of the reasons I said earlier. The T-Rex and Giga's backstory is cool. Therizinosaurus and the Triceratops scene is amazing. Visuals are great. Yeah, all that stuff. And I honestly found The Lost World kind of boring at times. Sixth goes to Lost World, and seventh goes to Fallen Kingdom. That would be my list, I think, yeah. Anyways, that's all I really had to say when filming this video. If that makes sense. I was gonna, show shots from the trailer, but I feel like now that I've included my face in the video, I've given this video enough style, if that makes sense. So, we'll see. I'm gonna have to do some editing anyways for this video, unfortunately. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It was great seeing this film in the cinemas. As bad as a Jurassic film could be, I think I'll still have a lot of fun watching any Jurassic film. This franchise means a lot to me. Fun fact, out of any franchise to exist, Jurassic franchise is by far the one that means the most to me. I have so much appreciation for this franchise. I have a ton of Jurassic toys. All of them up there. And trust me, I have way more. That's just the starter. Brachiosaurus 2. No, actually, I have over 100, I think. It's just those are the ones that I can show you right now while filming. Yeah, this franchise means so much. I doubt that this universe would feel the same without cool movies with dinosaurs in. This one wouldn't feel the same if we didn't get these beautiful movies with fun dinosaur action. I feel like this will forever remain the most iconic franchise I've ever watched. It really meant something to me. But yeah, that's all I really have to say, I guess. I don't know if that was a voice crack or not, but whatever. If you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. I love you, and goodbye.